Greetings and welcome to Small Business Power, the podcast that comes to you every week to give you tools, tips, ideas, and strategies for making small business even more powerful than it already is. My name's Cheyenne Kramer. This is my better half.
Don Kramer. Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a great day.
Absolutely. And we're excited to talk today about something that I think gets small business owners just a little bit too wound around the axle sometimes. And it's the idea that they've got to know and be expert at how to do everything in their business. So today's talk is all about the power of knowing your strengths. I'm curious, when you started your copier business, did you know everything that had to be done?
No, but I did get help.
This is true.
That's what you have to do,
This
even if
is
you're
true.
small.
I know you went outside for things like legal assistance,
Definitely did that.
and you had outside assistance for like
Counting.
accounting. Yeah,
hmm I
absolutely.
had a CPA working for me. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that's those two are the most important things you need to have in business. A lot of people don't realize they think they can do everything, no matter how small you are. If you start and have one employee or even a 1099 contractor, you're best to have a CPA and outside legal help.
It's absolutely the truth. And, again, I think that's one of the mistakes we make is we think we got to know all the laws, we got to know all the tax stuff, we got to know all the bookkeeping. And, the thing is, when you go into business, you usually have a specialty, a strength that you are bringing to the table that you can do to help other people. That was definitely your case, right?
Yes.
I think you were one of the most talented, I'm going to say, copier and printer repair people that I've ever heard of because you could solve problems that other people couldn't. In fact, you even did that in some of the copier schools, didn't you?
Yes. Once, twice, I had to help the instructor. uh,
That's just amazing to say the least. So, we have to understand what our strengths are that we bring to our business and be okay with working with other people to help fill in wherever those weaknesses might be. And again, things like legal assistance and accounting, those are important things. But boy, there's other things to think about too, because one of the things that I've noticed about small business is that when it comes to sales and marketing, a lot of people are good at one, but not necessarily the other. And the way that I like to put those into perspective is to say if you're involved in sales, you are typically operating as a consultant. A consultant knows their product, they know their service, and they know how to explain the benefits of it. They are usually pretty good at being able to close a deal because that's where your specialty is. But what if you're not as good at the whole marketing thing, at the whole generating prospect thing? That's another arena right now where you can get outside help, and it can come in many forms. I know I'm part of a networking club right now where I've met lots of people who will do social media marketing for you. They will help you build websites. These are all tools for marketing. And the good thing is, again, you don't have to know how to do it all. You can have other people who assist you. But there's also another aspect to this. And, I keep trying to approach this from different directions because a lot of people don't always understand this. The whole idea of being able to increase the number of income streams in your business is something else to think about. Because once you start building a business and you have a customer base, there's nothing stopping you from adding another tool in your toolbox where you can be able to have another income stream. I think 2020 should have made it really clear to a lot of small businesses that having all your eggs in one basket is not necessarily a good thing. And, it doesn't have to be that difficult to, again, know where your strengths are, know where your weaknesses are, and be able to work with them to add additional income streams. I'll give you a great example of what I'm talking about. There's a gal that we've become friends with that I had been talking to her because she knew she needed to add some additional income streams. But I made the mistake initially of thinking that she might actually want to get involved in selling a particular type of product. It's not her specialty. It's not what she got into business for. So she really kind of turned me off and said, I'm not interested. But guess what? This gal also has her own TV show and her own radio show. And she has the ability to be able to be a marketer through advertising through her TV show and her radio show. So yesterday, I went back to her and I said, you know what? I have a different idea. I said, so what if we could call on your strengths as a radio personality, as a TV show personality, and be able to talk about concepts on your radio and TV show that might actually lead to you being able to generate new income with some other types of products? Does that work for you? She got quite excited because now we're talking about utilizing her strength, which she's already doing. She loves being that TV and radio personality. And we can find concepts to talk about in her radio and TV show that could generate leads for another product line for what she's doing. It's that simple. You've got to know where your strengths are, but it also sometimes makes sense to talk to people and try to understand where their strengths are. And, this goes back to the idea of collaboration, collaboration teams. And you had a real successful collaboration team when you were in the copier industry, right?
Oh, yes, indeed. I had people in different businesses working together with me.
And what kind of businesses were they in?
For example, there was a gentleman who did re-spying the toner in cartridges. For them. I used them a lot. We would trade and work back and forth, which helped both of us.
Absolutely.
And there was a gentleman who did printers, and I didn't always want to go do printers, so we swapped work. He didn't want to do copiers, so my guys did the copiers, he did the printers, and we just switched back and forth.
There you go.
Help to grow each other's business. That's the whole idea of it. It's not competition. It's working together to grow each other's business.
That's it. That's it. And you knew that you had a strength in copiers, he had a strength in printers, and you had a guy who had a strength in how to refill toner cartridges. So why in the world would you not be working together in your strengths and passing along to other people the things that you're not as strong in? It's not rocket science, folks, and we all can learn how to do these things. We all can benefit from doing these things. And darn, I was actually going to try to bring up something that I had on a PowerPoint, but I didn't go get the PowerPoint before. So I'm not going to bore our folks with me go digging for that.
You mean you want to talk a lot more?
Well, I just want to remind people that, we all have strengths that we can call upon. And, too many people put all this emphasis on, you've got to strengthen your weaknesses. And it's like, well, strengthening your weaknesses is a good thing. But it doesn't have to happen immediately. And maybe it doesn't have to happen at all, because the more you collaborate with other people, the more that you get the power of everybody's strength. And you don't have to just rely on you knowing it all and doing it all. We can build our businesses in more ways than that.
So what you're saying is, business owners, you don't really know everything. There's no way. There's too much.
It is.
So why not work with others? Join. And then you can grow. Let other people take care of some of your problems as you can take care of some of theirs.
Exactly.
And like I did in the copier business, I knew copiers. Yes, I did printers, but why would I want to take time doing printers when I can work with somebody who also had customers, had copiers he didn't want to work on? So we swapped back and forth. We grew our business. The guy doing the toner refills or refurbished, I like to say, he didn't do printers. He didn't do copiers. He did his toner. So
That's
we
it.
went back and forth. I found someone who needed toner. Guess who I called upon? This person. This guy had his business. He was good at it. He was a lot better at it than I. Yes, we one time did refill, but that was a thing I really didn't want to do. It took up time where I could be out making money doing copiers. So I called upon him. You got it. You need toner? Have I got the person for you? He's been doing it. He's a great. So we work together. That's how you got to do it. Did I know how to do accounting? Yes, I took a lot of accounting business. I took a lot of business courses. Did I want to do it? No. Why would I do that? I'll be honest with you. Accounting is pretty mundane. It's not one of the best things in the world to be doing, but someone's got to do it. And why not have someone do it for you? Save your time, save your hair from pulling it out. The same thing. Believe it or not, I took a lot of law in school. Guess what? When I took it, laws changed since then. I'm not going to try to keep up with that. That is just too hard.
There you go.
Why not put that out to an attorney? Let them take care of you. Do it right. Why screw up your business because you think you know the law?
My goodness, I didn't know you were so excited about this topic,
Well,
honey.
the thing is, people got to understand. I've been a business owner, still business owner, and no, I don't know everything. I know a lot. I know a little about a lot,
That's right.
but I don't know a lot about everything.
Well, and here's a really important thought that I'll just kind of summarize some of what you were just talking about, because there's time in our business where it just makes sense to outsource something
Mhm.
to a professional, to a specialist, so that we don't have to do it. We can stay focused where our strengths are. But here's the other thing I just heard you say, was that because you had a collaboration team, you became a marketing expert for the other people in your
That's right.
team, and you let them be the sales expert for what they did best.
Right.
And then
That's it.
they became the marketing expert for you and let you become the salesperson for what you did best. So again, we can sometimes even switch our skill sets based on our business and our book of business and how many customers we have. We can play different roles in business and work with other people and be able to increase our profitability and our cash flow. There's so many ways we can do this. So just be clear about where your strengths are and understand that partnering with other people, either in a direct purchase situation, purchasing somebody else's services, or a collaborative situation, because oh yeah, that was the other part about that collaboration team you had. Every time that you referred to one of those other people and they made a sale, they actually paid you as part of their
That's right.
sales team, didn't
That's
they?
why your business income goes up. Working with others can increase your income. Don't think it is competition. Yes, there's some companies out there who will want to take all the business, but they're not good enough to do so.
That's true.
When you have a team that you're working with, they're no match. The other guys are no match.
There you go. There you go.
Don't be self-centered. Spread the wealth around. That's what we did.
Well, and what I think you could honestly say is the more that you were doing to refer to other people, the more they
Mhm.
were referring back to you. It wasn't like you lost money.
No, made more money.
You made more
And
money.
if you like money,
It's
take that tip and run with it.
it's crazy. And I'll give you one other example just to kind of make this solid in your mind, because when I used to be a technical recruiter, I became part of a recruiter network. There were independent
Mhm.
recruiters all over the country that were working together. We kind of worked like realtors do, where one of us would have a candidate, one of us would have a client, we'd bring them together and we'd split the fee. That's exactly what realtors do when they help you sell or buy a house. And my boss used to get mad at me because instead of trying to fill all of the positions myself, I would go to other people in my collaboration teams in this network
Mhm.
and say, okay, guys, I have this job order. I don't currently have any candidates for it, but if you do, bring them to me and I'll present them to my customer and we'll split the fee. And she would get mad when I would do that. But it was the silliest thing on the planet that she would get mad about because guess who she would give an award to every month for being the top recruiter, bringing in the most money to her company. It
So
was me.
basically, she was saying 2 plus 2 equals 1.
Yeah, instead of understand that it was actually for her equaling 5 or 6 or 7
Mhm.
because I was able to function more quickly as that recruiter. I was able to more quickly bring candidates to my clients. They were high quality candidates because I'd go to different partners and figure out which ones were the best match for my client, and I was making placements faster than anybody else in the office.
When it comes to recruiting, speed is very, very important.
It is important. It's hugely important, but so is quality. And
Mhm.
guess what? I was being able to bring excellent quality to the table because of my collaboration partners. So don't ever allow somebody to tell you that doing it all yourself is the best way to go because I've got proof otherwise. You've got proof
Definitely.
otherwise. And right now, we're building some really unique collaboration teams where some people will be more of the prospect generators and some people will be more of the consultant type people who actually can close sales. So think about those things as you go forward in the next week and just think about how can you collaborate? How can you outsource? How can you just stay focused on your strengths and let other people take up the slack where maybe you're not as strong? Try it and see how your income increases. Any final thoughts, hon?
Oh, we've said enough.
I think we said plenty.
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely. So we say, understand small businesses do have the power to keep our economy strong, to rebuild our economy when things have gone bad. And you have small business power that you haven't even thought of how to use yet. I'm Cheyenne.
I'm Don, and call on us. We have a lot of experience.
Absolutely. And you can always reach us through trianglesolutionsalliance.com. So have a great week, everybody. We'll see
Thank
you
you.
next week.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Bye.